Gauteng, the country's most densely populated province, which saw an influx of people returning from other provinces during the May window period. Still asking, can we be assured that public transport operators are geared to implement lockdown requirements like sanitizing and social distancing? I'm joined now by Jacob Mamabolo, who is the Gauteng Transport MEC. MEC, good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. When there was that 7-day grace period, we saw a spike in other provinces. You did see an influx of people coming into the province. How did you keep the numbers of those who are infected traveling in low?
Well, firstly, thanks for the opportunity. Good evening to you and to all the viewers. Let me just confirm that indeed our province is the economic hub of the country with a high concentration of roads linking various parts of the country and therefore high movement. During the 7-day grace period in which people were allowed interprovincial travel, in our province, I must say, we have seen one of the best, efficient, effective, and integrated law enforcement coordination along the 11 roads that are responsible for the inbound and outbound movement of people. And that was supported by the Department of Health. So from law enforcement, Department of Health, on major national roads leading in and out of the province, there was good work, integration, coordination. So in anticipation of alert level 3, I can assure the residents of our province and those in other provinces that our law enforcement agencies and the Department of Health have worked very well and are ready and will be able to ensure that we prevent the interprovincial spread of COVID-19. So to that extent, I can say we are ready. Let me also just add that in terms of now preparations inside the province, 70% of the movement in our province is done through taxis. And I can assure you that with the 881 taxi ranks that we have in this province, just during alert level 5 and transiting into 4, we've been doing excellent work in partnership with the taxi industry to enforce basic health and hygiene, such as sanitizing, disinfecting the vehicles. We were supported by the outsurance pointsmen. We were also supported by the Scientology Church Ministry volunteers, working with the taxi industry at taxi ranks. So the interboundary level of prevention and the interior or internal layer of prevention at both levels, I can say that we have done an excellent job and we are ready. Obviously, we will have to improve. We will have to add another layer of measures to combat the spread of COVID-19.
Let's talk about that next layer that you are adding. We've seen you launching the sanitizer booths, but we're also hearing you talk about taxi rank management committees. Let's start with the first one. How successful has that program of the sanitizer booths been?
Well, let me say that we started last week, and as you might be aware, we launched it with Minister Mbaluda at Para Taxi Rank. We started with Gauteng, Para Taxi Rank. We went to the city of Joburg and the city of Tshwane. What we have seen is that the sanitizing booths are an excellent smart technology for 2 reasons. One is that it has the capacity to check your body temperature. It has a sensor that will tell your body temperature and therefore are able to hand you over to health authorities. That is a remarkable technology. Everybody who passes there, we are able to say what's the body temperature. Number 2 is that it disinfects the whole body. And to that extent, we have actually seen that it works very well. The difficulty, though, I must say, is that particularly with taxi ranks, as you will know, taxi ranks have been ignored for a very long time. And just at Baragwanath itself, Mabopane taxi rank, we have clearly seen that there are multiple entry points. There are no controls. So to that extent, the technology is good, but the environment poses a big challenge whether we can get value for money. So this taxi rank enforcement committees that we want to set up, their task is to take effective control of movement, or what we call commuter patterns. When people commute, we need control of commuter patterns. One, to make sure that people are in the queues. We have marked the taxi ranks with this new layer of measures we are introducing to enforce social distancing. We will need to make sure that we have got control over wearing of masks. And when people are standing in queues, we are doing about 2 meters. It's easy to enforce wearing of masks. Thirdly, we are also, it is also possible for us to make sure that the vehicles are disinfected, as we have always been at. The last point I want to make, which has been one of the most highly remarkable work we have done in this province, is to clean the taxi ranks. We have been working with our municipalities. We have started a very good program to make sure that the basic health and hygiene at taxi ranks is actually attended to. And to that extent, we are continuing to clean taxi ranks. So these measures cannot be left to chance, cannot be left to themselves. We need men and women in the taxi industry, organized, coordinated, with the right level of consciousness to make sure that they understand COVID-19 prevention is not done for government, for law enforcement. It is done, firstly, to protect themselves, and most importantly, to protect commuters. And I can tell you that in this province, that message has been well understood. Are we doing it 100%? No. There are still areas of weaknesses. Tomorrow I'll be visiting some of the taxi ranks to check, are our measures enforceable? And I also have seen on tweet, people are worried about the quality of products. I can assure you in this province, we have got a very powerful partnership with AMSCO, the arms manufacturer of the Defense Force. They are assisting us with quality assurance of the product. By the way, even with the sanitizing booth, AMSCO has checked them, and they will be giving us a report about what they are seeing. So to that extent, I can say both on the first layer of defense, depending on what the regulations will say for interprovincial movement on level 3, I can say at that level our law enforcement agencies, health department, very organized, very ready. In the province, we do have challenges, but I think we have done a remarkably good job in all our 881 taxi ranks.
MEC, I appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us tonight. The MEC of Transport in Gauteng.